At 182 pounds, Cole King wrestling for Winchester. I think this is Jim Messiter for St. John Prep. That score's not right, is it? That's not right, is it? Isn't it 23-22? It was 19-all. Okay, they're fixing the score. It's 23 for Winchester, 22 for St. John's Prep. 4 matches to go. Seconds left in the first period, 0-0. Warning stalling for green for St. John's Prep. With 42 seconds left, St. John Prep has a 1-0 lead in the second period here. second period. Into the second period. Winchester down 0-1. Starting on bottom now, look for an escape or reverse. Cole's tied it up with that escape. Takedown could win this. It's 1-1 with 1:47 left. That little head-to-head contact there looked accidental. A point for stalling against St. John Prep. Cole King has a 2-1 lead. Didn't really see the stalling there. But then I don't know the rules as well as the ref, obviously. 1:03 left. If Cole can keep being aggressive, he can rack up some more points here. 30 seconds left in the match. Cole has a 1-point lead, 2-1. Looks like Jim Messiter is really worn out here. Looks tired, like he can barely stay on his feet. 19 seconds. Stalling warning against Cole now. 6 seconds, it's 2-1. He's got to be aggressive, can't give up a stalling point or a takedown. Whoa, that was dangerous, that was close. Oh! Cole holds on to win, 2-1. Winchester takes a 26-22 lead. Of course, St. John's Prep has its best wrestlers to come in the final 3 matches. The last 2 are going to be real barn burners. 195 pounds, Jake Kelly for Winchester against St. John Prep. Winchester has a narrow lead, 26-22 with 3 matches to go. St. John Prep wrestler is John Polanski, wrestling 195 against Jake Kelly. 4 points for Polanski. Takedown and right to his back. Near fall. Jake got out of that tough takedown. Ay. 4-1. 44 seconds left in the first. heart stopped when Kelly got taken down there and on his back. Thought it was going to be over. Kelly's a dangerous wrestler. He can put a headlock on this guy and pin him just like that. He looks upset. I think he didn't like the headbutt there. Winchester has a 4-point lead in the meet team score with this and 2 more matches to go. Each match is critical. With a minute left in the second period, the scoreboard says 5-1. Ay, ay, ay. Now they're not giving any 1-point escape, no points near fall. Well, no, 2 points near fall. I don't know. The score's 7-2. I think they gave him a takedown, no points for the near fall though. Left. 2 minutes left in the match. It's 7-2. St. John Prep has the lead over Jake Kelly. 7-3 with that escape. Jake's getting tough here. Minute 17 left in the match. Tired of having John Polanski push him around. (7-3), 57 seconds left. Stalling on Kelly. That's the first warning. Coach is telling him move in circles, don't back up. 42 seconds. Oh, elbows wide. Seconds left, 7-3. Kelly's making one more attempt, trying to get a throw. St. John Prep wins that one 7-3. The team score 26-25. Winchester up by 1. Okay, it comes down to these last two matches. And it's St. John's best wrestlers. At 220, TJ Boudreau against Ian Butterbrot from St. John Prep, #1 ranked in the state. Winchester's up by 1 point, but they have to face two #1s in the last two matches. St. John Prep has the lead with 15 seconds left in the first period. Two-point on that tilt. It's 4-0. good move by TJ. It went off the mat, unfortunately. TJ got in on that single leg, looked good. Butterbrat, really good balance, managed to get the takedown. 6-0. He's dangerous on top. Two more, 8-0. Third period, 8-0. Remember, 8-point lead is a major decision worth 4 points. Another 2 points. 10-0. He's going for that tilt again. Seconds left. Looks like this is going to end a major decision for St. John Prep. Okay, that gives St. John Prep a 3-point lead. 29-26. As we go into the heavyweight match, it all comes down to Winchester will beat this guy. Okay, this has been a great match. One match left. Winchester down by 3, and Dan McGurl, ranked number 4 or 5 in the state, against Corey Jean-Jacques, ranked number 1 in the state. Dan McGurl can beat Corey. It'll tie the team score, 29-all. If it ends in a tie, Winchester has 2 pins against 1 by St. John's Prep, who would win on tiebreakers, but it takes a big upset by Dan McGurl for Winchester to even end up in a tie here. Again, it's 29-26. Last match of the day. Corey Jean-Jacques, number 1 in the state at 285 for St. John Prep. against Dan McGurl for Winchester. 2-point takedown for Corey Jean-Jacques. Dan beat Lou Ferrer earlier today. Lou Ferrer was ranked number 2. Dan can pull off a second upset. Winchester will win this. But it's going to take everything he's got to beat Corey Jean-Jacques. Looks like Dan was trying the Peterson there. Didn't work. Corey scampers back behind, getting control. 2-0 with 45 seconds left in the first. Second period starts. St. John Preps 2-0. Corey Jean-Jacques over Dan McGurl. The team that wins this match wins the meet. It's truly the battle of the behemoths. Winchester and St. John's Prep, two of the best teams in the state. And it all goes down to Corey Jean-Jacques versus Dan McGurl, two of the best heavyweights in the state. Left, it's 4-0, Corey Jean-Jacques on top. Minute left in the second period. Seconds left in the second period. making faces and smiles to his friends in the crowd. A couple of big guys, I don't know if they're wrestlers or football players. He feels pretty confident here. This would be a good time for Dan to stick him. Five to 1 for St. John Prep. Minute 40 seconds left in the meet. About the only chance here is if Dan can somehow pin Corey Jean-Jacques. 7-1. 54 seconds left in the meet. Seconds left. Corey Jean-Jacques wins that one, and St. John's Prep comes out with a narrow victory, 32-26. Had that one upset at the lower weights where St. John's Prep stole one from Winchester. Very, very evenly matched teams. 32-26. Winchester's second loss this year. First loss to a team from Massachusetts. Winchester versus Sabus, final match of the day. Final meet of the day, I should say. First match in this meet against Sabus. Jordan Darby just gets a takedown. It's 2-0. A minute left in the first period. After one period, it's 8-2 for Jordan Darby. Okay. Pin in the second period, 44 seconds left. At 113 pounds, Jared Martin for Winchester versus Brian LaValle for Sabus. Jared Martin gets the first points here. Takedown. It's 2-0. 13 seconds left in the first period. 2-point takedown for Brian LaValle. Scores 6-2 with 1:10 left in the second period. Jared Martin has a 4-point lead. Two. 2 minutes left in the match. Jared Martin's got a 7-point lead. Starting down. That's it. Jared Martin wins 11-2. At 120 pounds, Nick Stern for Winchester. For Sabus, Jehu Barbie. Oh, not Jehu Barbie, someone named Chris. Must be Christian Rivera. Pin in 31 seconds, Nick Stern. Winchester has a 16-0 lead. At 120 126 pounds, Anderson Nar for Winchester versus Jehu Barbie for Sabus. He weighed in at 124. He could have gone 120 today. Coach bumped him up to face Anderson Nar instead of Nick Stern at 120. Individual records, but not as far as the team goes. I mean, that yeah. Do you know him before this? Oh, he's new. He was good. Did you go to that? There's so much crossover. So a minute 24 left in the second. Jehu Barbie pins Anderson Nar. 16-6, Winchester on top. At 132 pounds, Quinn Gregory for Winchester against Andrew Berthami. How do you pronounce it? Berthium. Andrew Berthium for Sabus. pin in 137 for Quinn Gregory.